So Arknight Endfield just dropped the 1.4 announcement, the homecoming. We got 2 new characters, a new area, new factory, of course, which is what we're gonna discuss today. We can talk a bit about the pool decision. Well, let's start from the Arcane. Her Chinese name is read as Li Ziyan. It's authentic pronunciation, by the way, because that's my native language. Her role is sub DPS / support, and her mechanic is determined by your stat. If she has higher intelligence, she's gonna be a DPS. If she has higher will, she's gonna turn into a nature cryo support. So you're basically getting 2 different characters from one, and we can anticipate that she's gonna be one of the most future-proof character just for how flexibility her role is. So definitely pull for her if you want a nature sub DPS or an ice nature support, like if you're playing Yvonne, Tang, or even the Last Rite. I've never seen a character with this levels of flexibility in any other gacha game. And the next character gonna be Liino. Not gonna lie, she actually looks like one of my favorite VTubers, but I'm not gonna say who she is. I don't really like her clothes color on the first glance, like it's a little bit too dark for the idols. But when I get to see her animation, I'm like, oh, they're designing her clothing around her animation. It's pretty flashy, so no wonder they have to like darken her clothes to complement the flashiness of her animation. She's the first healer support for Electric's team, and unlike Gilberta, who buffed the damage for like 5 seconds after the ultimate, she's gonna be able to buff the team for a longer time, if not throughout all the battles. And she's the fantastic support for the Zhuangfang Yi. Her kit just works like bread and butter between Parika and the Zhuangfang Yi. Like every time when you consume the electrification, she's gonna be able to heal and buff the team. The ultimate will inflict the electrification reaction. That is perfect for the Zhuangfang Yi to consume it. So I would have saying that she's gonna replace the Arknight and not necessarily the Gilberta, because Gilberta is really strong by herself. But let's just wait for the theory crafting. So definitely pull for her if you're committing to the Zhuangfang Yi team. Alright, let's watch the factory. Yeah, I've already like saying this, so I'm not coming in blind. Yeah, I think as we can see from the demonstration, some of this stuff can turn into the gas, like this Heteronite gonna turn into the gas. So the gas energen gonna be pretty much anywhere. It's gonna be available at the Wuling, at the Jinyu Valley, and the Marker Stone. But when it comes to this material Suragen, it seems like it's gonna be a finite resource. As you can see, it does seems like you can only place one facility on top of it. I think it's gonna produce about 60 per minute, which is equivalent to like 2 Forge of the Sky, because I believe that it's gonna be the gas form of the Xiranite. And I think you can turn the Xiranite into the gas form with the new machine. I'm talking about this one, solid to gas transmuting unit. It can be used to produce the heavy Xiranite as I observed. So let's take a look at the Heteronite part. So you can see that like one of the recipe is going to be the Suragen, and this is the gas form of the Carpium. And one thing you want to pay really close attention to is this new material. It is made out of a Carpium and a Xiranite. So as you can see, we are using Carpium and send it into this machine with the, I believe that is the gas, and form a new material. This one, the red bottles, and put it with the Xiranite right here. And with these two combined, we're gonna get this material. The recipe gonna be looking like this: 1 lane of Xiranite with the 1 lane of Carpium, and then you get this mysterious material for the Heteronite. So if what they have shown in the video is true, we're gonna be getting the recipe like this: 3 Xiranite, 3 Carpium into like a fully production lane of a Heteronite. While in the current method, it's gonna take 8 Carpium and 1 Furium. It does seems reasonable, because Xiranite is also a finite resource. It will mainly take away 2 crucial production like the battery and the heavy Xiranite. The heavy Xiranite in itself is not that valuable, but it's gonna be part of the recipe for the new component, which we don't know how much it's gonna worth. which is also going to be valuable because you're going to be able to save a lot of stock build. This is what we probably going to be ends up getting. We're going to get about like 60 per minute Heteronite, which is equivalent to 12 per minute of Heteronite part, which I don't think we're going to be producing because we got the new part and the component. Battery will probably remain the same. If they don't add extra production for the Originium, and it's taking away 4 lane of Xiranite, heavy Xiranite gonna take 3, and you can use the remaining Carbrium for the syringe. And with this method, you're gonna get about like 100k, but we can also do it in the other way around. Like we're gonna be producing 1 lane of Heteronite with the gas method and use the old method on the other lane, so you get to produce more heavy Xiranite, and you're gonna get less than 1% less stock build per hour, but it really depends on how much heavy Xiranite gonna be able to convert to in the 1.4 patches. So in my opinion, this is most likely what we're gonna get to reach the most optimized production. And for the new material, I think it's gonna be a combination between the Xiranite, Heteronite, and the acids, because I see all the pipe and the Heteronite getting into the same facility. But in the end, it's all just a speculation. And we're gonna be able to produce the new part and the gear for that. And speaking of gears, it's not gonna be only for the new gear. You're gonna be able to use the component interchangeably. And there's gonna be no reason to use any kinds of component other than the newest one, because it's gonna help you save a tons of builds, which is the main limited factors when it comes to leveling up and artificing gears. So definitely go for the new component. Let's talk about this new recipe for the Xiranite. It can be roughly translated into this one. You're basically using 2 coal and 2 sand leaf powder to produce 1 lane of Xiranite. But with new recipe, if the demos is the final recipe, then you will only need 1 coal for a full lane of Xiranite without the sand leaf. And yeah, it looks like it's producing 1-to-1. It only has 1 lane of coal, but the production speed is at the maximum. And what that means is, in the old recipe, you need 10 set of planting unit and seeding unit for 10 Forge of the Sky, but now you only need 6 pairs of them to feed 12 Forge of the Sky. And I haven't get into the sand leaf. The amount of space that this recipe gonna save is absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, so that's the early factory analysis. And yeah, don't forget to like and sub so you guys can see my new... I believe that my factory gonna be like on par or better than the Killstin 5. And see ya guys.